Seagoville, Texas is the city that we're doing a deep dive on today. We're looking at Seagoville's history, what it's like to live in the city, and we're also going to look at the affordability, the lifestyle, and Seagoville real estate, which this in-depth approach is going to allow us to compare the city of Seagoville to other cities in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So if you're thinking of moving to Seagoville or simply want to learn more about the city, this is the video for you because we're covering everything you need to know about Seagoville, Texas. Seagoville is located 19 miles southeast of Dallas and has Highway 175 as the primary access road to the rest of the DFW Metroplex, which will be used if you're going to go to Fort Worth to check out Sundance Square, which will take you about 50 minutes. Now, if you go to Dallas to check out the Perot Museum, give yourself about 25 minutes. And if you need to catch a flight at the DFW International Airport, you're looking at 35 minutes. Now, I share these heavily frequented locations because at one point or another, if you live in the city of Seagoville, you're going to go to Fort Worth, you're going to go to Dallas, or you're going to catch a flight. But to give you a better sense of what the commute looks like for Seagoville residents, know that the average commute time is 36.7 minutes, which is actually one of the highest average commute times for the entire Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, with the average commute time in the DFW Metroplex being 28 minutes. So now that we know where in the world Seagoville, Texas even is, I want to welcome you to the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, the go-to real estate channel for the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. My name is Jaime Resendez, your local realtor and team leader able to help you make money in real estate whether you're buying or selling. And we're on a mission to reach every DFW resident. So if you can hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, that's going to really help us out. All right, so let's get back to Seagoville because this is what you came for. Seagoville is located in Dallas County and was founded in the late 1800s, but wasn't officially incorporated until 1926. And while it originally saw growth as an agriculture city, it quickly became a manufacturing and industrial hub, largely in part to its proximity in Dallas, to where now Seagoville is home to a diverse population of 18,000 residents and has a thriving community rich with history. So to add some additional context to Seagoville, I want to introduce an external resource in niche.com, which interprets millions of public data sets on cities all across the country. And as you can see, Seagoville has received a B- grade from Niche, having aggregated the 12 categories you see on the screen. Now that's what an algorithm has to say, but what do current and former Seagoville residents have to say about the city? Well, according to the 39 reviews so far, they give Seagoville 3.5 stars out of 5. Now, there's plenty more to the report that I just referenced, so I'm going to link it down below so you can check it out. Because now we need to talk about the recreation scene in Seagoville. 18% of Seagoville residents live within a 10-mile walk of a park, which is drastically lower than the national average of 55%. So as you can see, most of the parks are in the southwest side of the city, but a majority of the town is still relatively undeveloped. So at 18% really isn't that surprising. Now overall, you have 7 parks to choose from. You have Bearden Park, Bruce Central, Casa Grande, Herd Park, Petty White, Putnam Park, and the Veterans Memorial. All right, so let's look at one of the most important criteria for everybody, and that's the school system. Because regardless if you have kids or not, it impacts you directly because it impacts your property taxes, resale values, and the amount that you'll be charged in rent. Because the more prestigious the ISD, there's going to be more demand. Thus, the rent is going to go up. Now, the city of Seagoville does not have an independent school district of its own. It's actually part of the Dallas Independent School District. So we're going to briefly look at those numbers to get an idea of the school system. But just know that we're not going to be able to get super precise in this particular case, given that it's a small subset of the entire independent school district of Dallas. The students per teacher ratio is 15:1, which is right on par with the state average. And the percentage of teachers with 3 or more years of experience is 81%, which is just off from the state average of 84%. Now that's about the extent that I'm able to share on the school system because given that I'm a real estate agent, there's certain topics that I'm not able to cover. So I'll link up a full school report down below. But something that I am able to cover and quite extensively is the Chick-fil-A situation. So we need to ask ourselves the important question, is there a Chick-fil-A in Seagoville? And unfortunately, the answer is no. So you're going to have to go to either Forney, Sunnyvale, or Mesquite to get your fix. All right, so I'm only half joking with that requirement. That might be way more important for me than it is for you. But something that might be important for both of us is the real estate situation in Seagoville. Because regardless if you're a renter or a homeowner, real estate impacts you directly. So let's start off from a macro perspective. The median home value in Seagoville is $289,015, with the 23.2% rise over the past year. And as you can see, over the last decade, home prices were already going up, but nothing compared to what happened over the past 12 months. So if you're a potential home buyer patiently waiting for home prices to come down, before purchasing, you might soon get your wish. And now that we know that the median home value in Seagoville is $290,000, let's see how it stacks up to its neighboring cities. The median home value in Dallas is $336,000. In Mesquite is $288,000. In Crandall is $335,000. In Combine is $456,000. In Botch Springs is $246,000. In Forney is $382,000. And the median home value in Wilmer, Texas is $220,000. So as you can see, the median home value in Seagoville is right towards the middle. But let's take it one step further. How much home can you actually buy for that $290,000 in Seagoville? Now those are some good looking homes, right? Well, unfortunately, by the time you're watching this video, chances are those homes have already sold. So for the most current list of our preferred homes in Seagoville, check out the link down below. And now is actually a great time to share with you how to calculate your monthly mortgage payment in the city of Seagoville. So I'll link a video right here that shows you exactly how to do that, which is mandatory watching, especially if you're coming in from out of state, because the way that we do property taxes is probably different than the way that you do property taxes, given that we have some of the highest property tax rates in the country. But to be fair, we do not have state income tax here in Texas, which is a great lead in to our next category of cost of living. Overall, the cost of living in Seagoville is 5% less than the national average. And when you look at housing on its own, it's actually 37% less expensive than the national average. From a utilities perspective, you're looking at paying 10% more. From a groceries perspective, you're paying 2% less. And from a transportation perspective, you're paying 10% less in Seagoville when comparing it to the national average. So at this point, you might be thinking, Jaime, Seagoville sounds like the perfect city for me. If that's you, congratulations. I invite you to connect with our top realtors. Info down in the description. But if you're still on the fence, that's okay too. I want to give you two comparable cities to consider. I want you to check out Botch Springs, and I also want you to take a look at Mesquite. But under no circumstances should you check out the city of